Before you go any further, please know this video contains mature language not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. And we're back.
Wanna play video games, yeah?
That's what everyone wanted.
Play video games, yeah?
I'm scared.
Hey, Purple.
What?
Do you want to play a video game?
I would like to watch a Let's
Oh
Wait,
my
have
god.
we started?
Yeah, we started, dude.
I zoned out for like a second. Oh god.
Evidently! Who cares
You
about
zone out
Shield?
every time! Literally every session we've had the past 10 sessions, you freaking
I'm
zoned
sorry.
out. We haven't paid attention. You're not ready to do any of your voice acting. You don't care.
Mom, Dad, stop fighting. We have a crime to solve.
Who's the mom and who's the dad?
I'll let you guys decide. But anyway, so here we
LJ's
have
the
our
dad.
truth bullets.
Are you calling LJ daddy?
And alright, look through the truth bullets.
We have... Someone's thirsty. We have our truth bullets. Ah! The victim's identity is unknown. They were dead before the blast. Victim had been stabbed with a knife, which went through the body.
But we know what is known, and that's that LJ is daddy. Keep reading, daddy.
Struck in the head with an object.
Come
Object
on, Barbara just had one sexual harassment.
thick as a metal pipe.
Yeah, you talking about my milk jugs?
No!
They had wounds, but they were at least several days old.
Daddy, Purple keeps talking about my milk jugs.
Places to check. We checked them all. This will probably come in handy. Monokuma controller.
Wait, have you been talking?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, get through the evidence already. I'm ready to start the trial.
Here is where Monokuma is controlled. This is where the mastermind has been
I heard
controlling the
that
robot.
can.
And
Indeed.
here's a tarp.
We found a tarp.
Biolab. Mukuro.
We know all this already.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Alright.
Like, I don't know if going over the truth bullets this time is gonna help. I feel like we all know that, like, they reiterated
Pretty
every
much.
truth bullet like 40 times.
Let's do a different approach. Let's do final theories. Final
Ja.
predictions before we do this. LJ, how do you think this is gonna play out?
Well. I'm not sure.
Alright.
I'm
I'm not
chewing,
really sure
so-
as to the details either. You want me to go first?
Yeah,
You ever felt
please.
disappointed in your dad?
I mean,
Yes.
sometimes. Oh.
Go ahead.
Alright. Here's how I think all this is gonna go down. There's like the obvious stuff which has already been alluded to. Like the fact that they were put into this school to keep them safe from some kind of like disaster in the world. It's probably a post-apocalyptic future. Their minds have been wiped for some reason. Don't really know why. Because they used to be at this school, they don't remember. That's gonna get revealed. The only things I can't necessarily figure out is like I'm still pretty confident about my Junko as the mastermind theory because of the weird correlation between like the dead body and like her, but I can't figure out the hows and the whys. Because the body is Mukuro, but it looks like Junko, so the only theory I could possibly think of is that the Junko that we saw die early on was actually Mukuro, and the only thing I could think of for that is they were allies in their plan, and she was gonna do something by posing as Junko, like maybe.
Man, we
didn't-
really should have gone over that evidence. Now that I
Maybe-
think about it.
Maybe she didn't know she was gonna die. I don't know. The details I can't really figure out. But that's the theory I'm gonna stick with, because I've staked my whole
What do they mean?
thing in this game on this ever since the early part.
Yeah, annoyingly.
The early part that we lost footage for. So when the footage you actually saw of Junko's death was not the first reaction.
Whoops. Anyway. Yeah, I think we're gonna find out that there were other murder games. And I think we're also gonna find out that Kyogiri was in one of them.
Alright. Sure.
And is the ultimate blackened.
I believe in you, LJ.
Thank you.
I'm pulling for you.
No, you're not! You've been against me at every turn in this game, Meso.
You're a
Start
freaking
the
weak loser.
trial.
You were the one that asked for this!
You're like a cookie stuck in milk.
Start the trial.
Listen.
Does that mean you finally feel prepared?
Yeah, for now at least.
Oh, who gives a fuck at this point?
I give a fuck!
But where is
Stop
everyone
it.
else? Why aren't
I
they
give
here
a
yet?
truck.
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon.
a truck, you
Well,
you
and just like she said.
Hey, look at this bitch.
Barracuda! That Barracuda? They arrived one after another, but they were all under the same state of shock. Hina? Hero?
They're so
Silence.
stupid.
And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first-class trial.
Oh God.
fly up here.
Ha ha ha! Late!
I'm on fire.
Strong, silent Mather is so wonderful. So cool, so hot, my life. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors.
With my cedar-sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the Master of Evil.
But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys.
If it's what Master wants, it can be a boy or a girl or anything in between. I can handle it.
Make it yourself.
Where am I?
Back to being useless.
No, you drive this disappointment I feel right now.
Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills.
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
This time.
What do you mean, this time? Stop with all your slather! I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there were a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square!
Today, I'm
And
feeling
I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Didn't they hope? Didn't they?
Dende, what are you doing in this game?
Did you dodge?
Is that a Naruto reference?
Dragon Ball.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already.
Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
you guys.
So don't try and run away. Yeah, that.
Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever, I'm way better than he is. I'm super honest.
In the name
This will be all over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Barracuda was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed.
I have insights, but I'll keep them to myself this time.
Nobody
'Cause
made
I'm
eye
edgy.
contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
Are you still sticking with you? They saw different photos.
Yes.
Theory?
Yes, I am.
I still don't understand the correlation behind that. You know why that is, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon.
if they didn't see another picture, then they were told something we weren't. Because the reason why there's nothing in the picture to make them worried about us, afraid of me.
We'll see.
So the logical conclusion would be that they saw something else, which incriminates me specifically.
I mean, other than the fact that you weren't in the picture.
Keep in mind that we have known as players that they went to this school and had their memories erased for a while now. This was their first time learning that.
This was their second time finding out that something like this is a thing, because we told them about the pictures we found.
Right. But none of those pictures had them in them, though. This whole time they thought that the characters had been dead, but not dead. They were just taken to another place where they were happy or whatever. That was one of the suggestions thrown out by Hero earlier in the game. That's what they were believing, is that something was happening to them afterwards. They didn't realize that these are photos taken prior to this. So this was the first time that they've been encountered with, you know, the specifics that they are now in these pictures that they don't remember, and the only one who isn't there is you.
I mean, at that point, I'd say, well, what if I took the picture?
Maybe. Yeah.
That's like
But
a
also,
conclusion.
all these characters are freaking idiots, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready.
So,
Ready to win, ready to lag.
Of course.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Are you? And then Kyogiri was aboard the elevator. You know, maybe I'll actually use their real names for this.
Do it.
It's the last one.
Nah.
There will barely be any moments in which we would actually be reading
I
lines.
started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward the deadly gaping maw.
Oh god!
I resolved that this would be the deadly last time. I repeated to myself that there was no deadly fear, no deadly mystery left. I pushed the deadly anxiety down, calmed my trembling deadly body, and finally, on steady deadly legs,
Dead legs.
I passed the deadly threshold and stood in the deadly elevator.
Dead elevator.
Without warning, it began to descend. Deadlier
Deadly.
and deadlier.
Stop!
Deadlier, deadlier, deadlier still. Deadlier, 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 deadlier. Deadlier and deadlier it felt.
Look your face, Maggie. What a tool. Oh no, Elder's gone.
Deadly eyes and
I closed
fell
my
away.
eyes. Oh, okay.
All deadly sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the deadly universe, I waited for the deadly elevator doors to open for the last deadly time.
I'm laughing so hard.
What could have been seconds or deadly centuries later? I felt the gentle vibration of the deadly elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Oh, that is despair looking. This is the final trial site?
What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage! The always exciting final boss battle!
I mean, he's not technically wrong.
And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
16th student was Monokuma all along!
Well then, let's begin!
Alright. See.
Chapter 5.
We wouldn't have any more.
Still don't have any more points. Yeah, we
Right.
haven't talked to anyone, so.
You guys still don't want to see these?
I don't want to see.
I know everything, so.
I don't want to say that.
I don't want to look at that.
If you wanted to look at them,
You
yeah,
didn't
can.
say deadly.
Last trial, I've
Yeah, I made up for it.
Special rule. So listen
Uh-oh.
up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win. But if you can't, then I win. And of
Okay.
course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment.
are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's
Wow.
final?
No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
It's actually a really good question.
Don't
That
bother.
is props to you
I
here.
already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you?
And never
Never mind.
Sorry.
God
Dang it, dude!
-1 props to Hero.
It was a great question followed by a stupid statement.
It's probably true. Mukuro and Tumi Junko are probably the best of them.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you?
I'm imagining.
I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it.
Oh my god.
I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. You two have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
It's gonna be the group photo, I think.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make
Switch
any
all to
sense.
Harry, switch.
How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
I can't believe you win.
Sorry, I was choking on water, dude.
I have evidence.
Rip.
I have evidence.
What? This doesn't make any sense.
And that might
The
not.
three of us each have that kind of evidence.
It is.
Oh, we got it. Cool.
And the reason why this is the case is because in every photo, they didn't see themselves.
It's not just you. I have evidence too.
Making them different pictures, a-holes!
Referring to
I just
this
wanted to
group
know your
photo,
reasoning. I
right?
never said you were wrong.
Well, now. Purple
Let's see what they
challenge.
say.
Challenge.
Wait, but mine's different. With the
Ah,
Vindicated.
in it.
look at that. He was right.
Yeah.
Pricks!
I never said you were wrong.
You heavily implied.
I was totally right in every instance! It's a completely different picture!
Okay, wait. Hold the phone. Hold
And
the phone.
Kirigiri has gloves!
Hold the phone. Junko's face is not visible. That's twice now.
Ah!
Just camera shy.
Probably because if the Junko we saw wasn't, if it was Mukuro, then that would be a reveal by looking at her freaking face.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
And it's not there again.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Gosh!
Or whatever. I you guys are all in on this.
Gosh golly, LJ's folly.
Only one missing.
Not my picture. You're the ones trying
You're really
to
upset
trick
by
me.
this, dude. You gotta chill.
Listen, I've needed this vindication! It's like the lifeblood of my time here!
The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone
She's still
else
the
was
ultimate
working
detective.
against us.
Yeah, that will never change.
Stop it!
Laid a trap.
There's more to
Sorry,
it!
buddy. Sorry.
How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
What? Oh, come on, we... Oh.
I got it. In each case,
Nice.
the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
Oh no, I
The
just
picture
noticed a
Hina
very
got,
important detail.
She's the only one missing.
Huh.
Oh, crud.
And
What?
In the picture
Oh
Hina got,
my gosh.
He's the only one missing.
Say it.
No. I need to show you. Where's the picture? Okay. Dang it, Meso! Look
Go
closely. Look closely at Junk's tie.
That's pretty small.
It's black and white! And it's cut in half. Like Monokuma!
I can show you my photo as well.
The meta wins again. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually freaking right.
I mean, nothing's been confirmed.
That's pretty damning.
Just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
You're not with me.
Yeah.
You are my enemy.
But how was that a hit?
There might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not
Oh my God.
directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Okay,
Sure, no
pay
problem.
attention.
Yeah, I don't mind.
No, not to this. Okay, yeah, no, Junk's face is hidden again.
My
She has a
god.
black swimsuit, OMG!
Sure. Heroes. Look at her tie.
Y'all.
Unfreaking believable.
She wearing two bows. That's so silly.
Pretty strange thing.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
But what are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's
Oh,
gotta be a
yes, the group
fake.
idiots.
Sure of it.
They're really slow.
Can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
I hate this.
What do you mean?
I hope the meta just destroys you next time, Messa. I hope it takes you and, like, draws and quarters you. Oh, man.
Hangman's Gambit. Let's see. Ooh, I don't remember what the question was.
Yes.
Ah!
Come on, Elge.
Monokuma!
But I just tried M and it didn't work.
It's also not enough spaces for Monokuma. You're just gonna have to start spamming letters, I think, because I don't know. I don't remember what the question was. Alright, it's A.
Okay. Amnesia!
Amnesia. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
I can't believe they're finally gonna figure this out.
Took them long enough.
Nuts, I forgot how to spell amnesia. So I'm gonna just...
E.
Okay, oh well.
Yeah, that's it.
It was either or. Or not.
Nope. S.
N-I-A. Son of a gun.
S.
Oh. Listen.
You let like 8 S's disappear.
Oh, ball pocket! It wasn't 8!
That was quite a few of them, man.
Listen, Var.
IA.
Yep. Var, cut me some
Being
slack.
wrong has ruined Elge's ability to.
Okay, cut me some slack. I just got fired.
Understand?
So did I!
Feels bad.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
Well, we naturally wouldn't believe it. Although, except for Hero, I'm surprised he did not. I'll force you to accept it.
Oh my
Interview.
god.
That's a lot of
Holy
bullets.
shit!
It's the interview DVD.
You're saying we all
7
got
bullets.
spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi?
I promise you, I haven't lost mine ever since I got to this school. I remember everything that's happened. So the idea that we all lost our new
It's totally stupid.
Obviously. You're saying we all... Since when did this turn into some...
I promise you, ever since I got to the school, I remember everything that's happened.
Woo! Objection!
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Is losing your memory really the craziest thing to come out of this whole ordeal? How about a talking robot bear?
Breathing amnesia here. To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
It's Armageddon.
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
And they were kept in the morgue.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed.
Interesting.
We only have one path in front of us.
The morgue is specifically designed to keep people as preserved as possible.
Yeah.
Then, really?
I realize I came out of nowhere. It's because I'm thinking in my head, like, trying to figure out the whole story. And I finished the sentence out loud.
At the same time.
This is all
Gotcha.
Yeah.
making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie. You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time. How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
Make it stop.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could
That's
count on
all.
you.
The interview with the
He
headmaster,
just dropped.
taking a group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
original move.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else?
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last main mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. I hate that Mess is probably right.
I love that I'm probably
Oh, now, son of a gun.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
When you think the mastermind really...
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Oh, no.
That doesn't make me so sure. Exactly! You're just... The mastermind is probably a million...
Are you serious?
Gotta be quicker on the draw, dude.
Ah! Okay, well, it's one of the two.
Skills to good use.
Who killed her?
I think it's the latter one.
Whoever did it is the same
Yeah,
one
I'm
that much
pretty.
like
Everything else seemed right, so pretty sure it's that one.
Do it.
Makes you so sure.
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is probably a million...
No, that's wrong.
Objection!
Proto
There's no
Naegi, Ace
question
Attorney.
that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
I'm sure that's a crossover photo somewhere.
How do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Did you find some evidence or something?
Don't look it up.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind
technically,
must
Aoi
have been
found it
using
too,
that to
so-
control it all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier. So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me. I blame Makoto.
Oh, come on!
Why me?
Cuz it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
No!
What are
Wow.
you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out.
No,
whoops.
that isn't actually what killed her. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yes.
The other wounds. Yes, set it all up.
The wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Mm-hmm.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here. Huh? How do you know that? Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
You're wrong.
She denied me.
Oh, gosh.
Before I could even say anything.
Probably a freak.
Oh no.
Oh, gosh.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
Good old Tokyo.
Oh, man.
A little bit of profile, I think.
Yeah, same.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Boyzy. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Okay, and there's really only one.
Mukuro was she must have been. So, when you obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Just shoot at it!
Yeah,
oh, God.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Okay, you're a weirdo.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Really? That's very shocking. My hand of please.
And that looks fairly
But if
definitive.
that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Oh my gosh.
I swear.
And I swear.
Oh my gosh.
Mukuro had already been dead for several days. Certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask.
Okay. I don't know if I said this on recording, but I had wanted to say somewhere, like in my head I was going, you know what? Make this bet. Make the proclamation we'd see this image 3 more times before the game ends.
Alright.
So my bet is that we're gonna see it 1 more time.
But I was wrong.
And then that's it.
Dude, I mean, like, I do not doubt that one bit.
So if it's a 4th time, does that mean you're wrong?
Yeah.
Alright.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
That is correct, I can confirm.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me, otherwise I'd be dead. Alright! All right! Make this it, game! Make it it!
Well, will we see it a fourth time?
I hope not. Game, let me have some wins in this, please. Ah, crud.
You got the photo and like half of the gloves. It's good enough.
So you can't have any idea
I don't know.
who was under
Mukuro's fatal injury, I
I'm
think.
telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusa.
You're wrong. Even there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Oh.
Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot.
Oh.
Could it be the hips?
Oh my god.
Wow, that was hard. Okay.
I mean, there are only very
It's
few options. It's the hips.
You never
It's
saw
the hand for sure.
face, right?
It's the hips.
It's gonna be her profile.
So you can't have any idea who
It's not gonna be her hand.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh?
Why not?
Is it the right hand or the left hand?
It's gonna be, well, I think it's gonna be the hips, because they match, wait.
Or perhaps the left foot.
Hips.
Or
The
could it
freaking.
be
What are you?
Because all of her vitals
What
are
are you
in her...
freaking playing at? You creep.
All of her vitals are in her profile.
It's the tattoo.
I mean, that makes logical
Yeah.
sense to me, because those two correlate. I mean, the hand is the easy answer. I figured that.
Yeah,
they
but
would-
how will we be able to prove that her hips were any different than what was like mentioned in the profile? Though?
idea who was under
Ain't
that
got no evidence.
Because,
telling you now it was Mukuro
It's like she was wearing a loose-fitting like smock. There's no way that even if that
Because-
were true, that we would be able to tell.
Kirigiri examined her body and said that they match.
But we don't have any evidence of that.
Oh? And what is this? Is it the right hand?
Yeah, it is. The
It's
right
it's
hand.
the hand because the profile mentions that her hand has no, it's her left hand. The profile mentions that she has a tattoo on her left hand, and the reason that they keep showing us that picture that we keep laughing at is because we clearly see the hand in it.
Then what evidence would I? Okay, well, let me see. It was the left hand you said. Okay. Nice try. I don't know.
Look at the truth bullets one more time.
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask.
Yeah, I think it's the
Telling you
profile.
now, it was Mukuro
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the right hand or the left hand?
Okay.
Freaking wrong.
So I think it's the wrong truth bullet.
One heart can't
'Cause-
start.
I thought the profile mentioned the tattoo, but it doesn't.
That's why I was saying the hips, which in that it mentions that Kirigiri can corroborate that.
LJ, this is Danganronpa. This isn't a Shakira song. The hips do lie.
Why? What if I need to absorb Monokuma going, or is it the hips, and then shoot it? Wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
But what
Maybe
if you
try
absorbed the left
absorbing it.
hand and shot at the right hand? No, that wouldn't make any sense either.
Yeah, see.
But what if you absorbed everything?
You be quiet!
that wouldn't make any sense either.
Shut up! That's how will you help us! Freaking dickhead!
Okay.
You're just sitting there thinking you have it all figured out, but you're not fucking solving any of these mysteries, now are you?
No, I'm not.
Or could it be
No.
the hips?
I'm thinking.
Shut
up!
What would you shoot the hips at, though?
That.
It was... Oh!
You're wrong.
And before he's
I
right.
think it's the left hand.
There's
It's the
another
right
part
hand.
of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Which hand?
Are you sure it's the right hand? Because in the picture it was her left hand. that we
What if
see.
it's the middle hand?
Her tattoo is on her right hand.
Maybe the right
Okay.
So I would.
Alright.
Record
Go with
right,
the right
hand.
hand then.
foot. Or could it be? You never
I feel lot of emotions right now.
Trust me, lady! I only feel one! It's rage!
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was
Oh, thank goodness!
First try.
You did nothing to help, Meso! Nothing!
Mukuro had a tattoo on her
Every
right
movie
hand,
needs a
if I
peanut
remember.
gallery.
Yeah, and you're sure nut!
A representation of
What?
In
What?
other words,
Like a peanut.
Neither statements you made sense.
Did you just say you're sure not?
right hand.
His initial statement made no sense, and your response made no sense.
You're a nut.
Meso said everything needs a peanut gallery, and
Just
he's...
keep going, I don't care!
Gosh!
LJ, stop the leg.
Ah,
You lose.
no!
LJ's wrong. In other news, sky's blue.
Alright, yeah, so that's why they kept showing us this picture, because there was no freaking tattoo on the
We
hand.
can't see... Oh, yeah, okay, I see it.
We can't so.
I forgot that she was holding up the knife with her left hand. I remember prominently seeing the hand reaching out at you, though. That's why I thought it was the left hand.
LJ, every time the picture comes up, I don't want to look at that.
That explains it. That explains why they kept spamming us with that picture. It's because it was super important. We never once even considered the fact that didn't have a tattoo on her hand.
I knew all along.
You fucking did it! Shut the hell up! You don't know anything!
I want the next game to destroy you!
I don't know anything
really
except
hope
every
Meso, by the
overarching
way,
mystery.
Just like, Meso, a fair warning, if you look up spoilers for any of the other games, you will die.
Duly noted. I will not do that.
Good.
It totally could have been
That's funny. You haven't done it for this game either, right?
Of course not. You janked me.
Really,
You could
Meso?
be saying that.
Spoilers ruin mystery games.
I don't mind showing you.
You're probably gonna get to see the hands!
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Yes!
What exactly are you hoping to see on these?
I don't know, dude. Just something
Quick,
that
make
would
a prediction.
indicate...
Your hands!
Oh.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Didn't I make a crack at some point?
I was just about to say you actually called this by accident.
About how she freaking burned her
You
hands.
burned her hands and she was learning to be a detective. Yes, you absolutely called that.
My scars should suffice as proof.
I'm like secondhand angry on LJ's behalf.
It was in response to LJ still like saying that she was absolutely the Blackened, despite her being the ultimate detective, because she still wouldn't show her hands, and you said in response that, "What are you talking about? I'm sure she just burned her hands or something during an investigation."
But don't worry, LJ. Don't be sad. You were right. She's the ultimate Blackened. Hands.
How you doing, LJ?
So, I just want to point out that the one thing that LJ had right for certain, he basically handed to Meso.
I like life. I'm glad I know all of you. I'm glad we're friends. I'm really glad we have this call.
Can your family hear like these noises you make?
Ultimate Blackened hands.
I want to continue.
Oh, look, it's you still being wrong.
Twist that knife, twist it in.
The message has been made clear.
Okay, LJ, I'm sure you'll be right in later games. Maybe.
Mastermind.
That was rich.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
No, you did it!
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? Not corner just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
I want to stop playing this game.
But okay, don't you want to be right about something?
Mukuro's
You
body
still have a
was
few
probably
predictions
kept
to
hidden
wait
in the
for.
body.
Oh, you actually don't. You don't have any more predictions.
You mean on the
You used them all. Oh.
Why? You're a fucking dick.
Why?
The fact that you're like that you've been right this whole time, these past times, just because you freaking like pulled shit out of your ass to even play the game. I swear to
so
God, dude,
true.
it's so obnoxious.
Misso! You're gonna reap what you sow, buddy!
I'll just doing all the hard work and like actually like doing all the timing and actually figuring out what to select when I'm just kicking back, like guessing the meta.
You're not even helping play the game. You're not even helping us figure out what truth bullets to use or actually do the.
I'm gonna get back at you, buddy!
Oh, you
And I
didn't
have
do it.
no doubt that that's
You can do it.
exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
All right, let's make Meso do the rest of the truth bullets.
Ah, that's no fun.
No, that's a lot of fun.
The tarp, right? Do we have the tarp?
Let's go for it.
I got it. What makes me so sure
Immediately
the body was
correct.
carried from the biolab to the garden?
That was easy.
The tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Backwards, it says Rio.
How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This
Shut up,
proves
be
that the
accurate.
tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Hey.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
The number of lights.
Yeah.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a
What the?
Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think.
Come on, LJ, we have to beat the mastermind. we have to put aside our despair for the sake of hope.
Could you be talking about?
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
I don't know.
Forgot they existed.
Yeah, me too.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
No, come on.
So what do you
Rip
think?
Kamaru.
Are you sure your family's still
Her
okay?
is the name of the sister, by the way.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Yeah, why?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
They're freaking
Are they
dead,
really
fam.
as safe as you might have assumed?
Obviously not.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. This is meta commentary.
Sounds like he got to you.
He's just saying that because he knows we're getting.
You let the
busted
little
shit
despair bear get to you, LJ.
Yeah. By playing this game, I've gone through the exact same motions as literally every one of our protagonists. I had a ton of hope, and it ended in despair.
But now you have to rally back and have hope at the end to like send out the final act.
I don't care anymore.
Yes.
I want us to go to the next
freaking hope
game.
back.
I'm done with this game now.
Shut you.
This is the
Still
only
got
thing
a final act.
that
Gotta fight Monokuma, dude.
Dance Dance Revolution.
Are you sure about this?
That's impossible!
Oh yeah, I love this song. Hey look! A song! LJ is wrong!
Just trying to upset you.
I know. It's working!
Final strike.
Listening.
The light. Or the secret.
Oh yeah, it's the light, I think.
It wouldn't let me click! Shut up.
It's alright, Ellen. It's alright.
Shut up. This is all I'm
It's okay, now we get all of our health back.
Oh wow. What the heck?
Honestly, I just strategically kill myself sometimes
Freaking
during these
easy
trials.
mode.
Yeah, just to get my health back.
Yeah,
like,
me.
especially during Hangman's Gambit, if I don't know it, I just spam letters until I get it.
That makes
Are you
sense.
sure about this?
That's impossible!
Come on, LJ, we gotta repair our friendship for this. We gotta have
You are not
unity.
interested in repairing anything!
No, listen, we have to beat the
You're
mastermind.
just twisting the
dude.
knife further and further,
We
dude!
can't be fractured when we're fighting the mastermind, or else we're gonna lose. You can't give in to despair, LJ.
You're the one causing the despair!
Yeah, but I'm trying to change my evil ways. I want a redemption arc.
Massa was the real mastermind all along.
Sure about this?
That's impossible!
Impossible.
I'm not listening.
This should prove it.
Yay.
Hey, you did it. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Woo!
So happy.
What, LJ, just think back to the days of Minog with Messa.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Lights.
Look at how far my trolling has advanced from back then.
It went from innocent banter to just being a dick.
And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there.
Is it running?
That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
That's literally what you just said,
But
dude.
I can't believe the blue lights that
This
were
is
on.
trying to feel relevant.
Don't take my thing! Oh!
And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
At least I can take solace in this is your final character!
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. I won't lie.
It should be 8 lights, yeah? I'm sorry, it's 9. It should be 10 lights.
Yeah, it's 10.
Sorry, I was thinking backwards.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Highly suspect.
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Sayaka died
1.
Oh
that
God,
sound-
please don't make us relive this.
Does that spell help?
This is real.
Junk was 2nd. Rion was 3rd. Chiro was 4th. Manda was 5th. The lame ones were 6th and 7th.
My spirit lives on.
The other lame one was 8th.
My spirit lives on, even though I was hit by a car.
Sakura was 9th.
I'm in trouble.
And victim number 10 was Makuhiro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
Who would have voiced Makuro if we ever got to hear her real voice?
People were being stored
Who's that?
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I wanted him to die, like a lot.
The mastermind destroyed one
What
of
makes
the
you think he
bodies
won't?
with evidence.
That's a good point.
But if they wanted to do
Please
that,
don't make me lose all my
they would have
characters.
destroyed Mukuro's body, since they
I'd be so
actually
lonely.
killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
If that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason that there are less bodies than murders? The explanation for more murders and victims? Why is that? Why would it take... Okay. Only 9 murders. No. There we go. Wait, no. Wait, what?
What?
That is a reasonably sound answer.
That was correct, though.
That's
what?
Well, I mean, 10 murders still happened.
no.
Yeah,
No.
That's bullshit, though.
9 murders took place. There are just 10 crime scenes.
Yeah.
either way.
This is a translation error. This is a translation error as well.
What about it?
Because
Drugs.
that was absolutely right. It had to have been.
Yeah.
Because there's only been 9 murders. That's why there's only 9
Officially,
victims.
10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
This is dumb.
Murdered and murdered again?
What?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings.
Dum,
but
dum,
still
dum, dum.
9 victims.
Oh, yeah, I see. Because they're trying to say that we killed someone, then they brought out the body and we killed it again. But that's stupid.
Something like that.
Just not the best way to phrase.
No, it's not.
No.
That's why I think that's a
Here's what
translation error.
happened.
Because it probably
Sounds
makes
like
way
you're
more sense in
already
Japanese.
convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Oh my
That's
god.
why the body had to be stored in the bio lab.
Freaking go.
Found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Nessa, you choose the bullet.
Alright.
Damn it. Of course.
Oh. I get the
Freaking
E.
3 options. I get the easy one. Okay.
Someone else that Mukuro was killed as.
Still
Was
choose it.
Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
Alright, Nessa, just be quiet then, I guess.
You'll probably...
Hiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada?
I see there's yellow text flashing by.
Yeah, it's because they're...
It's hidden underneath the white noise.
Celestia Lu, whatever. Or maybe Sakura Ogami. No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
Probably, I mean, could they absorb Junko?
And then shoot what?
Shoot the last one. It's not a contradiction, but that's the answer.
Are you serious?
You friggin' scrub!
How is that me? The kid did that!
Go back to Call of Duty, you weak loser.
His criticism doesn't. It wasn't even his fault. You can slow it down. I think it's spacebar. No, it's not spacebar. It might be.
Rion Kuwata.
Can we get Ven here? He's like way nicer.
I'm sorry. Okay, it's not your fault.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know how hard to get mechanics.
Die! I hope. Why can't you be wrong?
Pretty similar to Mukuro's?
Those are all like once. I forget when.
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight.
Yeah.
I get to see this a bunch of
Junko, or
times.
someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long, before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's so
Shut your face, Toko, you piece of trash.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
I don't think that.
Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
That absolutely could be plausible.
Yeah.
We didn't have evidence against that.
I suppose.
And I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Nope.
Yeah, we've got evidence that directly proves that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. It's the profile.
The body
John.
we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro. Then she's still alive?
Okay, that's a contradiction. I had to think about it.
So the
Yeah.
mastermind's true identity.
What do you say, Monaco?
The body we found it wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
Objection.
Congrats, LJ, you did it!
Stop patronizing me.
The body we found in the garden.
you seriously
was
did it.
Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall.
Hey, there you
and
go.
weighed 97
Corroborating that
pounds.
evidence.
Not true, it's
Yeah.
5'7".
But what about her hips?
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
It was me the whole time. I am the mastermind.
Pick someone.
LJ, in the moment of truth.
I hate this. I hate it!
Yes!
Junko is still
Yes!
alive. It's the
Yeah.
only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
Are you sure
I
about
admit,
that?
since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Barracuda, you're smarter than this, you idiot!
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of
Didn't we
charade.
just establish that Mukuro died as
But you yourself confirmed she was
June?
dead, did you not?
Clearly wasn't listening.
Yakia, why you fall asleep in court?
She was dead.
If it makes you feel any better, LJ, the person that Meso was very sure of was the mastermind by claiming that they didn't actually die. Technically, the person that he said wasn't dead was absolutely dead.
You are right. That is very true.
I can take solace, I suppose.
Really, the person that you were claiming Junko was Mukuro the whole time.
That's a good point. Very good point. Because I did think my theory was that the death itself was fake.
Shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet. Oh? You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh?
Turn about.
The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
Are you serious?
I could have sworn we just
But
figured
why?
this out already.
But why?
I could have sworn they had just said it was. Alright, whatever.
She died as someone else. That was. Well, yeah.
Duplicate. Or not.
Flips. Replace.
I think you might need an R.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. I didn't mean to actually be right.
I guess it's.
It's replaced, Mess right.
Again.
In other news,
I
no, I'm kidding. I'm done.
No, you're not.
I'm done. I'm freaking done.
It's actually, no, you're technically wrong. It's replaced.
Okay. I was like, yeah, there's one more letter off though.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
Yeah, no, I got it.
What if she switched places with someone else?
What if she died as someone else?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah.
Shut up,
You're
Hira.
saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
God, why are these
Right when
people so
she was,
stupid?
about to die?
Yeah, I don't get it.
What
If
she
the
just
theory
said,
here is that
Ninja
she's the
replacement
mastermind,
me?
then there were a billion times
Good
where
point.
they could have switched.
There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Oh my
Maybe
god.
the whole idea is wrong.
Maybe. Can we like make that a soundbite and like use that? Maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Switch places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met.
That's why they made such a big deal out of the why you look different than you do in the public thing. Wow, they really are gonna spend
Then
this.
they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met is actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her? I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
Notice we still haven't
Mukuro
seen
could have
Junk's
simply told us
right
her name was Junko,
hand. Like in any of these pictures.
and we never would have known the difference.
Yeah, you guys had mentioned that the other day about how, like, could we have never noticed the tattoo? And I wanted to say it, but it would have spoiled it, but they never really focused on it.
On the back of her hand, right?
Very interesting.
There's never really a moment that we would have really seen it.
Plus,
never mind.
Just
Never
Wow,
mind.
What the freak?
she just covers it up with makeup. Remember? You guys flat out said that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Now we know why these guys are idiots and keep forgetting things.
If she did,
There's a lot to
the
keep
light
track
melted
of.
away in the explosion.
Well, it's
Exposing
fine
the
because they keep
tattoo after
spamming
the
the
body was
things that
extinguished.
recently happened, but none of the
It was.
things
There
that
were the
would
fake
actually
nails
be
found on
details
the
we could have
hands of
forgotten.
Mukuro's body.
Yeah. Probably because it would give it away.
They were the same fake
Yeah.
red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
I miss voicing you.
She really did use foundation.
Correct.
Oh, Purple, you're gonna have a fun time
Tattoo
soon.
on her hand.
Well, no, because
Oh yeah, turn it off. Turn off the voice act.
No.
You can do that, right?
So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
He should have died. He never moved from his footnote status.
True. It was quite the
Yeah, no.
plan
Get used to that. There's
Yeah,
always
he-
some
Making
dumbass
it
like
look
that.
like Mukuro
there's
was
always the one character that really is a footnote.
Or
The reason
two.
such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Oh my god.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
Oh,
Fear
you
is
get an
only
epic reveal.
possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity. When did I do that?
First time was during our latest investigation.
The burnt corpse, I'm guessing.
Probably, yeah, because he'd blow it up. He blew it up.
Or maybe it was the group photo. Latest investigation, I'm assuming, is implying the
yeah,
investigation that we
because-
just had.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, because it's a group photo of her face not being shown.
Well, I would actually think it's places to check. Oh no, this never got updated. No? Maybe? Because the body was gone.
I don't think that's not something he gave
Yeah, who gave that to us?
you. I think you wrote that yourself to keep track of all the places.
Well, yes, that's not my point. It's that
Go on.
this would be what we would present to point out the body was gone because he was trying to cover it up.
I suppose. Try it. They got hearts to spare.
I mean, I suppose, but it seems like the obvious answer would be the actual evidence that he gave us. That
Yeah.
very clearly had her appearance blocked.
Yeah, I suppose you guys are right. Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
No, it's still wrong. Still wrong. OMG, WTF, BBQ.
oh, this one's like really specific. You wanna know what it is?
No.
Okay.
First time was during our latest investigation. The first time. What's Not that. It's not that. Nothing in the bio lab. Neither of those two. That would be the group photo.
Oh, the DVD. Because he turned off the player while we were watching.
Yep, that's right.
Oh,
I
yeah!
was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Good old flashback.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh, and now we're fighting him. Okay.
Here we go.
I bet this one is going to be the group photo.
This is lost composure.
What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible.
I don't know if this is easier in the first game or if I just really sucked at it in the second game.
Why not?
Somebody compare me to that.
That's impossible.
And
group photo?
Yeah, I think it's group photo.
Prove it?
Yep.
woo! Somebody compare
compare
that
this?
to me in the very first time that happened.
The video wasn't the only
You
thing
certainly have
tried to
improved.
cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The face covered.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
We literally just saw all of these.
I don't know why it does.
Patty.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind,
Are we really doing this
there's
again?
no doubt that
Swear to
the
God.
face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why.
But
you
what
have to
if
have
they
pictures
switched
that didn't show her
places?
face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed
Mess up.
What?
that the Junko in the picture
You gotta clam
wasn't
down.
the Junko that
No,
we
this-
knew.
I'm not mocking Elder, I'm mocking the game.
Everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This
Murderous
character.
situation.
She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Wow.
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on.
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run.
I am really looking forward to this reveal.
Oh, are we really doing a comic?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Meh.
Oh yeah,
Going
to
back to
document
the
the
start.
whole game.
I love it.
Why?
Elge. Come on, Elge.
I don't even know what to do for the first picture.
Maybe you don't have the panel yet.
Yeah, you might not have it just. I can't believe we lost the footage of that. It's like the most integral part of the game.
Yeah, it's very, very upsetting, actually, even more now that I know this is...
Like, it was actually, like, a key moment.
Yeah, I guess while Alder's doing this, like, and we've reiterated it a few times, but since it's important now, we actually lost the footage from our first initial play session for the investigation for the first murder with Sayaka, where the Ryon joke comes from, and now this with Junka's death. And then we also lost the investigation where we discover Taka and Hifumi's death. So the footage that you guys will see, or will have seen, was not actually our first playthrough of that sequence. Which is kind of a bummer. But just general shock and surprise and yelling is generally what happened during them.
No, I'm not confident about it either.
I think the knife goes where you put the first one with Kirigiri. And
Ah,
I
you're
think
right.
that Kirigiri one actually goes where you put that second one.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, and I think the strike is going to come in the next one, maybe. Oh, wait, maybe, actually? That might actually be backwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. Oh.
Ah, yes. Right, okay. Mm-hmm. I think you had it right. I think the face of Mukuro as Junko goes where you have the mask currently, and then the mask goes on that last panel.
Right here?
Yeah. It looks like he's shoving a mask on her head. I think that's what it's supposed to be.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's definitely right. The Night Agi having like a thing is.
That's this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. And yeah, I think that correction that you just made is right.
I feel like this is accurate.
Okay. Looks good to me. Scroll earlier real quick. Just keep scrolling until you get to this. Yeah, okay. You're good.
I think you and I are
the
thinking
one...
the same thing.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, I think this is good.
Bravo!
Here's exactly what happened.
I can't trust you.
Yeah, you want to talk about points where I'd choke, I'd mess up on all this stuff, the
Oh,
actual
Pucky.
gameplay portions. No, you know this to be true, I freaking
He hasn't
choke
paid
under
attention to
pressure.
the game.
But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long
really
before
cool.
she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words,
So remember when she died, like what she said?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
The
unexpected.
thing that I said was super highly suspect and weird phrase.
Yeah, do you like remember specifics?
Wasn't it like, me, why me, or something? Like, why did this happen? Or that shouldn't have happened, or something like that?
It was definitely
Yeah.
something confused. Like it was.
Yeah, it was like,
hard.
oh, this wasn't.
This wasn't supposed to go down like this, or whatever. Yeah, that's
It was
really
something
awesome.
along those lines.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab. using a tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and friend Kyoko, who proven to be one big thorn in her
I thought it
side.
said Hyoko, not Kyoko.
Meanwhile,
Here we go.
she
let's see.
wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Okay.
Ah!
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking
Okay.
rip.
These are definitely the ones I wasn't sure about. Yeah, I think that's going there.
They're close. This was a tricky one.
Yeah,
Here's
it was.
exactly what happened.
Tricky business.
Meanwhile,
At least it starts us right at the panel instead of starting all the way over. That would be obnoxious.
she put on a mask and then attacked him. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
I'm really hyped.
The real Junko Enoshima.
It's such a shitty drawing.
The story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Oh man.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
It's only just
Did you
begun.
think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh boy.
Yes! Whoa!
I'm still like not hyped for this because like you.
That's my thing. It's like
Yeah.
this might have been a really.
Waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
Oh god, yeah!
I love Junko, dude.
My god.
Voice acting is hype as heck though.
Dude, she's so good.
Queen.
I actually like her anime voice a lot more, but they're both really good.
Don't they have the same voice actor?
Nope, different people.
Oh wow.
See, this
sorry
would have been
for
like a
killing
really spectacular reveal if it hadn't been so perturbingly hammered in over the course of this game by Meso, who had nothing to base this on.
The meta. Listen.
The meta.
Guys.
You lie.
To you guys, I'm sorry, and to the Let's Players who probably want gasps. I mean, the audience for this Let's Play who want gasps and shock and ooh and ah. Just remember one key thing. I didn't actually want to be in this Let's Play. I could have played this game by myself.
Oh.
And made all. I was roped in, and this is what you get.
Oh, don't go flaming us.
I'm the real villain.
Continue with the game.
Are you sure we can't get Ven? Whatever.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
Thanos?
Oh my god.
You wanted it already. We will grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
I mean, sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry.
I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the
Oh my god.
She's awful.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. I'm going to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide.
This voice acting is awful.
Easy, you know?
I love it.
This is so bad.
Huh?
It's intentional.
What about my face?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
Are you sure? You sure this
Yeah,
is...
I mean, she's doing like schizophrenia, like
First time I've seen
multiple personalities.
I got it! That's right. It was before I ever came to the school.
Oh
I remember seeing a magazine cover.
Yeah, the Photoshop.
And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Yeah.
Those are like totally Photoshop.
Yes.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
Are you sure that this is real?
Just keep playing the
Two
game.
people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know.
Oh no way.
Right?
Oh my god.
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin.
No!
Wait, are you actually surprised?
I do have to point out that Meso called this as like a joke the other day.
I'm seriously freaking perturbed.
Yeah, when he said that, that's why I became really suspicious that he had like looked up spoilers and was like playing along or whatever.
No! That was a freaking cliche stereotype joke. What if they were actually twin sisters?
Me, Junko fucking Enoshima.
Okay.
And together we were the
I am
Despair
shooketh.
Sisters, aka the ultimate despair.
Fair enough. I understand the waiting.
Whoa.
She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get
But they look nothing alike.
if you're
They look
twins,
pretty similar.
why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth is anyway.
Nice hand wave for plot holes.
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better
What the
explain.
fudge?
Whoa.
Someone had to be able to control the
Hey
video
now.
game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation,
The anime
I
voice
determined
actress is
it would
way
be
better.
impossible
I
for
can't wait to watch
Mukuro
the
to
anime.
perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank,
Atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was
Wow.
atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following
Um.
the I knew just what was gonna happen. That'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
I'm still freaking shook at this sister thing. I'm like, I never once thought that was actually true.
So you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all.
Mushrooms?
That's why it gets me so excited.
What?
My precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
So, like, all 6 of them could, like, gang up on her and just, like, force her to tell them where the exit is and then kill her, right?
You're saying
she'd never
I don't
tell.
compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, that's me.
Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble
Oh, no.
blood?
What did you just say?
Oh no.
What do you mean?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
Don't tell me.
Solve this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the
There's no way. They couldn't have...
Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories.
What if they weren't Ultimates at all? Like, I'm just...
Regular freaking people.
That's exactly what we're going to
Like,
do.
that's not even something I'm serious about. I'm like 50-50.
And then we'll have our victory.
Masa, do you think they were ever Ultimates?
I mean, what do you mean by that?
Do you think that they were Ultimates?
Because like the premise that we've been put forth with, the implication, there's some kind of like Armageddon that's happening.
That's a headcanon.
That's the implication. And they were brought to the freaking school, and they were intended to be the future for the next generation, the hand-picked elite. And they were brought to that school to basically wait out the end of the world. And that's why they were like, you might have to stay here forever. So I think the whole premise is that they're super talented, the cream of the crop. Otherwise, why would they be selected?
I'm 50-50.
Because this was a school beforehand.
At least give us a hint.
Yeah, but it's clear he's not the ultimate anything. Look at him.
You are right about that. There are certainly some outliers, and I don't exactly.
It's like
I will.
I know. 50-50.
Okay.
Your brains
I will agree with you.
all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before.
Here, stop moving this for a second. I will agree that some of them are a little outliers, like the ultimate fanfic writer and freaking hero who's a useless piece of trash. But those weren't all the students. There were others who just aren't around anymore for some reason. Probably the tragedy. So it makes sense that some aren't as good as others, I guess. I don't know. Let's go.
All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Probably the found.
I
Yeah.
honestly have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Don't either. Alright.
I'm thinking it might be the motives.
Probably.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I got it.
Well, nice.
You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all.
I love her. I love everything about it. The writing and the voice acting. The personalities. Oh, that would be okay.
Yep, you got it.
Got it.
Human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. All those relationships and showed
Oh
you the
my
results.
god!
It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Oh my god. What an awesome character.
I think it's betrayal.
I want to say
blackmail.
Wait.
Because her betrayal was the blackmail used to cause her to kill herself.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try that. Nope.
No, okay, it's betrayal. Could be all three of those could be it, actually.
In her case,
It's true.
it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you.
What?
Oh my god. I think she might be my favorite villain.
Oh yeah, she
ever.
She's great.
I'd like for you to see the outside world.
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
Shut up, Nick.
What did happen out there?
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? I wanna see too.
see your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
I have major raised eyebrows. Okay. This isn't quite the direction I thought they were going. I thought it was more run-of-the-mill.
The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about?
His mushrooms are growing on her head.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right? What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
What?
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
We've been doing the final class trial, you ding dong.
Back to argument.
Can we go back to the Monokuma people? All this time I assumed it was just nuclear fallout or something.
Come on, bitches.
Oh no. No.
You want us to remember or whatever when it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us? I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering? Nobody can remember anything.
Nice job, Elder.
Thank you.
Nice.
I made that connection
Picked up
a while
on that
ago.
one real early too.
Yeah.
You knew that was important.
Bravo.
Who might remember?
The other token. Genocide Jack.
Oh! Yeah, I completely forgot about. Actually, no, I didn't even.
Literally the whole reason why Genocide Jack is here.
Their memories.
Wow, really?
Then even if
Oh my
one
god, she was a
personality
plot
is
device the whole
Yep.
time!
That's
She was
really
set
good.
up.
those memories.
That's awesome!
What do you say, Toko?
I'm like blown away right now.
Want me to swap places with her? No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on.
Oh my god!
It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now. I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just leave the
Yes.
stupid screen.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
I'm the mastermind. Nice to meet you.
That honestly might be one of my favorite exchanges in the entire game.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
So you do use your memory after.
I'm gonna go one step beyond. Plus Ultra in this. What if Barracuda's conspiracy theories? That's what they all went to.
Yes, it was the bear Illuminati.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You
Maybe I can help you remember.
With a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What? Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is?
Oh my gosh. Answer!
Is now.
Sorry, headphone users.
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster.
Uh-huh.
Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
I don't know what happened.
And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Since I don't know any of the specifics, Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! This is just a tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. Okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Tagami Corporation.
Oh.
Which has given Byakuya's life all its
My
What did you say?
goodness.
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
So, what do you think happened to the Togami?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my!
You can pick any of them.
Freaking.
I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
Do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
Oh my god.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes.
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well.
I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
Naegi.
Shut up, Naegi. That's obvious. But I know, I can honestly say I never saw all this coming. This is.
You haven't seen nothing yet.
Oh my god!
What?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
No.
Yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
What now? Answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Same hero.
Dude,
Same.
Barracuda.
Freaking critical hit. It was super effective. super effective. Oh my god.
If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
Hero.
And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
Yeah, sorry for the lack of commentary, audience. I'm just very engrossed.
Seriously.
At the moment, I don't really...
Oh, come on!
Yay!
Two. Locker notebook and the pocketbook.
One's
Got it.
Heroes and one's Kyoko's.
Never lose something like that.
I feel like it's gonna be Heroes. For some reason.
Which is the notebook or the pocketbook?
Notebook.
Pocketbooks, yeah, the notebook's Heroes.
I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
I missed. I can't.
You missed it.
Well, go back to Call of Duty, pleb. Call of Duty on the lead and
Shut.
prepare you for that.
Oh!
Everyone's so conflicted.
Junko, I swear.
She's so fucking
I'm in love. Hold on. Everyone's so conflicted.
There's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's that? Is something wrong?
Maybe I've seen this notebook before in my life.
Similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt. But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing. No way.
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
The Tagami family fell. The Tagami family fell.
You have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind.
What?
I'm bored. Explaining
What?
stuff is boring.
What?
We
I don't even know
are
what she was gonna
heroes of this
say.
world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
Man, they killed their friends. That's messed up.
That really is.
They were all very close friends this whole time.
Oh,
But
jeez.
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal,
Oh.
I wonder how close you think Sayaka and Makoto really were.
Cringe.
And what about Celeste?
You were all
Yeah, even
close
freaking Celeste.
friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much. Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
Since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. The idea we came up with is the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind. Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
This is
Back to when
amazing.
everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
It still sounds like a Lego movie thing.
All too soon, the world's days of peace came
I think it
to
might
the
just be
end.
symbolic of like people have fallen into despair.
And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What
Uh-huh.
are you?
Hmm? What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
Said it twice.
I said it twice!
Someone was
Yes.
responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
Gary's dead.
I got it! Could
Oh my
only
God.
have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
Yes.
But he had no idea.
Such a great picture.
I like how this is so much more well drawn than basically any other artwork in this entire game.
Way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
What the fudge?
This is so incredibly
I
done.
have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
Oh god! We trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were
Once you finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You let us live, so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
And you tried to kill every single one of us in one fell swoop!
Yeah, Howie.
Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
What?
I mean, it's on TV. I guess. Hijack the airwaves. Hijack.
No.
I remember back when I just thought, oh, there's just someone who just wanted to kill people, so they just faked their own death. And I'm like, oh, we're about the shadows. And not,
She's way more evil than that.
Yeah, no clue. Turn into this. What?
I
am shook at
about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Oh my gosh.
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Wow.
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
What?
Wow.
To bring despair to everyone in the outside
The killing
world?
cam rooted out the final people fighting against her.
Oh my.
What is this?
Give it take.
What the hell is this?
Shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean,
Oh my god!
years of memories together.
Bar!
My treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's
Wow.
the truth.
PC checks. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Purple.
Right.
Okay.
So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
I mean, then we'll just break all the machine, like, the gun commands and just like...
Don't tell me.
Come on, go out.
Oh my god!
Your mystery?
Holy shit!
There's some foreshadowing or some epic reveal.
That
We
was
don't
some
get
crazy
else.
foreshadowing.
Oh!
Was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
You tried to kill us all.
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Wow.
Get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help
Please,
me.
if you want to do anything, die.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, How delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
Yeah, Naegi, you tell her.
Of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I decided to have you vote which one will be punished.
Hero should just like fucking strangle her right now.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of hope.
No.
She does have a Monokuma doll with her, so she could explode it and kill everybody if they tried that.
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh,
yeah, you would.
Just mention one
You've
more
lost everything.
thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
I better not have seen. No. No.
What?
We just...
We'd have to just...
The bad ending cannot be the true ending.
All about bad ending.
Toko!
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
No.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec. I just got hit with an inspiration bomb. Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all. So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment.
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down. Makoto, you're up.
What?
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
Here, I'll on the other
Oh my
hand,
God.
you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Oh my God.
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Kyogiri, come on. Come on, Kyogiri, believe in me.
Guys?
Oh my God.
Beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
No.
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Yoko, one person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair. We're not gonna lose to you.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope. And your stupid life.
Oh my God.
I can't
What
even
old
do
dead
it.
voice. Voice it.
Fine. It's not really at all. There we go.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome. My voice starts here on that.
What the freak?
This is
Oh man.
gonna be different.
We won't give up. As
10
long as
minutes?
there's hope, we'll never give
Oh!
up.
If
I already know what it is.
It's either this one or it's the group photo.
That would be the end of Hope's Peak
Nope.
Academy.
No.
Just listen to what they have to say.
Okay.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
That's very interesting, Hina.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt.
You've got to be freaking
In
kidding
other
me.
words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end. All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
It's very interesting.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Oh my God.
That did not give me anything.
This is very different.
What are they all feeling right now?
Despair. And you gotta give them freaking hope.
I have to give literally each one of them hope. Oh no! What?
You gotta do something fast.
Nope. Timer's not going while I do this.
G2G fast.
I don't think he got that hint far.
It's okay.
I have to do something to give them hope.
My own hope.
Finding anything.
It's none of our truth bullets. So it's probably absorption.
It has to be.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Y'all, quite literally, just give the hope.
That makes sense.
Don't lose hope now.
That's cool.
My fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
You suck as a fortune teller!
But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me.
You tell him, footnote!
So that's why. That's why. No matter what, I need to get out of here.
If I get out of here, I can be more than a footnote.
No. Well, no, that's
my own gut feeling.
that's wrong. You know, fair enough, that's up. I understand why.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the air outside is
Yo, shut up here. The air is polluted.
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking about all this,
I would hope.
and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
You probably shouldn't think about what she'd do, because by thinking that, you almost killed everyone.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Not at all.
Not really.
I think that's definitely
All
what
Sakura
she'd
says.
I mean, you're kind of an idiot, too,
I like
so.
protein.
Yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air purifier. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision. If I die, the purifiers was, in other words, as soon as the communal life you've all been living will...
Don't lose hope now.
Let's see, to decide Jack's motivation.
I don't care either way. I'm finding the other one is more interesting. I don't look like it. I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it.
Thanks, Venom.
But no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up.
Nice. I feel like Toko should have come back there.
Probably.
But it would have been the same.
If Toko came back, she'd be like, what is going on?
Good button.
If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been...
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only...
Oh my god, poor Byakuya.
He's lost so
The
much.
most sympathetic person, oddly enough.
You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous.
Yes.
It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
I'm perfect.
You liar.
Yeah, whatever.
I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Yeah. Oh.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind.
Because I'm perfect. Oh.
Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
Correct. Oh.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known.
Correct. Oh.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Wait, no.
If I were to die...
Eldjwack.
Nope.
Wow.
But why though?
Wait.
Oh my god.
Wait, did it not let you...
No, he did it. He just switched the bullets.
That's
No,
because...
it's just skipping down again.
No, yeah, it's okay. I mean, look how many hearts I have.
If I die,
Yeah, you're fine.
in other words,
I love this.
I want to try this.
You'll have to go into the world outside.
Don't.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life.
I guess
By
maybe
whatever
try.
means.
I don't have any other choice now.
So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you might as well.
Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Okay, I had to try.
You weak loser.
Come on,
I
it makes
get it.
it makes sense.
It could have worked. It could have very easily worked.
We'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the If I die, you know life you will. I can keep on living. All of you will have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the
So, will you just die?
Is that...
Don't lose hope now.
Let's go.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto,
What?
I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
Am I the ultimate hopeful?
You came here to confront despair
No.
without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope.
Yes, protagonist powers.
Darn right!
What the hell are you?
Nice! Yeah!
Oh my god.
Uncool.
So disease.
Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame.
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still. Give me one more of those rhythm things. Yes! Okay.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You dare to stand against us?
I know.
Hope is a joke. Who are you? Your missing ends here. You're
Nuts.
gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
This is a hype comeback. I thought you were gonna lose.
I'm not paying attention.
Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
Everything is pointless.
Final
Despair
strike.
until tomorrow.
Just hope keeps on going.
Oh my god.
How close did I get?
Refuse to give up. I refuse
There.
to
You were
give
pretty
in.
close. You had like 3 hearts
refuse
left.
to
I think
throw it all
maybe
away.
2.
I refuse to despair because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
You could say I hoped I'd succeed.
What's going on? What's happening?
Punishment time!
Wow. What
Hey,
a
Purple.
freaking roller coaster.
Guess you get the voice again.
One last hurrah.
Nice!
Useless coin.
Looks like we've reached the end.
Oh wait, maybe
I
not.
think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever.
All that hope Purple had just turned to despair.
Maybe actually. After we
Let's
vote,
put
we
an
might be able
end
to
these
voice again.
trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
Oh! Oh!
My god.
Oh yeah.
The hell?
In
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I swear to God!
Poor Burp.
I lost? Me? No way!
Well, that's just...
It can't be!
You still don't accept it?
Even the ultimate despair self is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair. It would seem my family's dead.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Oh, crud. Huh?
So this is despair.
This is, like, despair. We came into school 2 years ago, created our own incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end?
True despair.
It's the most ultimate despair!
Wow.
What are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? It was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death.
Oh my god.
To have the chance to taste of... Dang it.
Junko, you're drunk. You're drunko.
To have the chance to taste alcohol.
Oh my god. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
Ah, I am so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I win or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you.
That's not true. That's impossible.
You're wrong. 'Cause I'm here.
Huh?
Don't make me.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope.
Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side.
No, it was me.
Everyone.
Hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease,
however,
but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
Gary.
No.
Ah, stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
Yeah, I guess the game's just gonna lag now. Gosh. Fine, let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there is a very fine line dividing that hope from very bitter despair. Knowing that, do you still plan to cling to your hope?
Of course! Because we...
It's fine.
Shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever.
Shut up.
Because it's almost punishment time, right?
For you.
It can't be. Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right?
Hold on! It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all.
Yeah, same.
All I want now is that taste of despair of death. Okay. This I only get once in a life.
All I want now is to taste that despair of death. My goodness.
Shut the fuck up, Yaka. I didn't ask you.
I'm ultimate.
Get in my way.
The ultimate. Oh my god.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful.
The fingernail on her thumb's gone.
Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh my god. Congratulations! And then they just walk away.
They walk together.
Oh my god. Farewell, Bay. You had a good run.
What? No.
Oh my god!
Oh
man! Oh my god.
Later, Junko.
Farewell, Junko. You will never be forgotten.
Emergency override. Off.
That was something.
That's how everything came to an end. The final deadly class trial. Junk, Kirishima, the ultimate despair.
Wow.
God.
Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over.
Huh. I mean, so the last deadly class trial.
It has been deadlied.
Oh, I don't know what I was. Like, I never really gave much thought to how it would actually end, but that exceeded any expectation that I could have had. That was freaking incredible.
I was like legit afraid that it wouldn't be as great because you like guessed everything.
Oh, not at all for me, at least. I was sick ass. Everything about that, the writing, the voice acting, the presentation, the twists, the turns, the ideological conflicts, freaking Makoto getting Hope protagonist superpowers.
Darn right. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junk said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Epilogue.
Whoa.
We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending, or the recap finale. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving and unsure. But, in the end, it didn't even matter.
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave.
To nobody's surprise, it was Kirigiri who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors?
Okay. As if awakened by Kirigiri's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junk. In the end, she dropped it before us.
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that.
Maybe?
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. I'm gonna be out first. Me.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about. If something ever happened to Mather, I'd take my scissors and jam them up so far up there. Oh, hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind?
It's all over. We're just about to leave the school.
What? Leave? We can go outside? That means me and Master can get married.
No. No!
Oh, baby.
Oh, the thought disgusts me!
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far. One might even call it the most tragic event in all of human history.
Anyway.
It's a time travel story. They give birth to Junko.
Oh my god. Anyway, don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about.
But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks,
For serious?
maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie.
We're not gonna find out, are we?
Probably not. But on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember.
A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live, as long as Elon Musk hasn't gotten to Mars.
Yeah, I guess so.
And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? I'm super smart. Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
Well, actually, she said she killed it all with Gatling guns. Because of you.
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
That's my quote. I'm writing that in the history books.
Am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
I don't need any of you to spell it out for me because I'm perfect, I'm amazing, my family's alive. You know, Junk mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. My family, I bet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must...
Wait, you actually said that?
No.
We must first rebuild the Tagami dynasty.
The work for me bit, yes.
That means... Kyogiri. It's you and I. Not you.
I'll go with you.
No.
I'll follow you
No.
anywhere you
It's
want.
not Kirigiri, I ship Yakiawi.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat.
But what if you can't find any seeds to grow wheat? I get it now, sure. If there's no roads, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Stay away from Maui.
Could it be?
That's my hope!
How about that?
I've reached the next stage! The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin!
You have no chapters, you're a footnote!
No, this is my book! This is my book, thanks to you! You totally opened my eyes! Game number 2 is gonna be all about me! I'm the protagonist! It's me!
Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world has stepped into despair,
it's steeped in it.
Does it look like I give a fuck, Makoto?
I do.
As long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving.
And me.
Kyokoto.
It's like she's trying to give him a pep talk and he's just correcting her sentence structure mid-conversation.
If we can get if we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact.
But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small. So what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But
And all the other dead people.
if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You're not gonna
You know how
split
much
up,
I
are
hate
you?
being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Yeah.
It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up.
I have to push even harder on this stupid button.
I'm gonna keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage, not like the lion. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. Move along, one might say.
Encourage the dog.
The world can move ahead. I hated that cartoon.
It's not freaking lion.
The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands. Stop touching me. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future.
What if they all just got gunned down?
Yeah, like bullets just rained down on them. Yep, we're not gonna see. Just blinding white light. Yes, Kyokoto at the center. My god.
Okay, yeah.
Woo!
Oh yeah, it's music, amp it up. Nice.
Mother.
Well, that game was an absolute journey. That went places I never expected it could go.
That was incredible.
I will tentatively say that I enjoyed it more than Ace Attorney, with the exception of the third Ace Attorney game, which is legendary. But yeah, I think I can tentatively say that. That was such a roller coaster ride.
I think I can agree. Like, even with you being scum, like, that was a really enjoyable experience.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
I hope
not!
it didn't-
You are
For some
never
part.
sorry about this kind of stuff!
Oh, for the trolling? No, definitely not about that. I just mean, like, for the Let's Play viewers.
You are holding
Sorry,
back!
predictions.
You are holding back! Every fiber of your being is saying, Don't say for being right. Don't say it. That's what you want to say. That's what you want to say.
I mean, who said I wanted to say it? I was gonna say it if you had cut me off.
Yeah!
But fine. I'm sorry that my epic intuition perhaps ruined the genuine reactions.
Garbage!
Of surprise and shock. But, realistically, though, at first when I started the game, it was unclear how cliche it was gonna be. But it was definitely not at all. The only reason I was able to guess so many things by complete happenstance is just because of, like, media tropes in general. But they put such fresh spins on them. Like, even if the how ended up being right, the why and all the background was so wildly different that I couldn't imagine if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it transcended the specifics of what was happening in such a way. It was masterfully done.
Yep.
Nice fan service, alley shot.
Oh, come on.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Casual
Can't wait
spams
for the
memes.
second game.
Yeah. Alright, so now tell me this. Unless you can't, because it's a spoiler. When does the second game take place? I guess that'd be a spoiler.
I mean,
I'll just take your chuckles. Like, is it after this, chronologically? Question mark? Do we not know? Is it ambiguous?
I will answer your question by saying that's a good question.
Alright.
You don't know!
I'm very curious to know how they could do more games of this type in this universe. Considering
you'll
this
see.
ending. Especially if they're killing games operated in very similar ways. But I will say, they probably made this game with the intent to do more, right? Like, this wasn't a case of, oh, maybe if it does well, it'll become a franchise. They planned for sequels from word go.
That I don't know.
They were so ambiguous, purposefully ambiguous about things, like what exactly the tragedy is.
Yeah.
And Junko held so much back, like it's very clear sequel fodder.
See,
I honestly don't know. I have no idea if they planned for the sequels ahead of time or not.
I sincerely thought that the game was going to give you, like, multiple endings. And I thought that stupid... Well, no, not that. But I mean at the very, very end, because we never really actually used the picture of Kirigiri and her father. I thought she was going to be like, alright, so is there anything else? And then I'm going to be like, yeah, take this picture. And if I provided the wrong thing, then we were going to get a bad ending. But if I provided the picture to her, we were going to get, like, a happy, cheerful ending.
Yeah.
But I got neither of those.
Fair enough. I did confirm that there were only 2 games in the ending, and we saw both of them, so...
Okay.
2 games in the ending, or 2 endings in the game?
Sorry, yeah, I picked that up. 2 endings in the game.
My god, that fan art.
Oh, man, I'm
Gotta overlay that Junko's ultimate bay.
No.
Oh, dude,
such an incredible character.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch the anime.
Yep.
Well.
Ugh.
I kind of want to just skip the entire anime and go straight to the last episode.
Same.
Look.
Oh, look.
Oh, shit.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Okay, so they definitely planned for the sequel.
The Easter egg present. Very funny!
It's awesome. So Monokuma is sentient.
Holy
oh my god, that fan art.
Well, everyone, thanks for joining us. If you made it this far, just post in the comments like, pickles, I finished it.
Pickles.
Wow. Well, that's it.
That was quite the experience. Any closing thoughts we'd like to leave with?
I can't wait for the second game.
I want to get in the second game. I'm done with this. I'm glad it's over. I want the second game to tear you into so many pieces, Meso, that by the time it's done, you're gonna be as fine as rice and slip through the cracks of the sewers and get washed away into the ocean where you're gonna be eaten by fish and never seen again!
Wow.
Shrug.
Anyway.
Wow. I just want to have fun, man. That's all.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Thank you all so very much for watching. We'll see you all next time!
Farewell!
Bye!